We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Cincinnati Reds and the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Joe Musgrove, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, in this day and age where we're all into numbers and statistics, look at this whip, 1.10 or less. He has a sub 1.1. That's not an easy thing to do, especially in today's game where we see teams scoring a lot of runs. He doesn't walk very many guys, and he doesn't give up that many hits either. This is a real good pitcher and should be fun to watch pitch in this one.
Up and away to start the inning, it's 1-0. Dero, Dan, we look at this Pirates ball club as they enter play here tonight. They continue to fall on hard times, losing again last time out, and that makes 7 losses in their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, the last game, they got to wash that down the drain. They got absolutely boat raced by a big margin. They got to put that behind them, show up to the yard today, looking to fight. Everything changes once the first pitch is thrown.
Strike 2 as the fastball is let go. The rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Yeah, Matt, right now this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield around the mound and around the home plate area is really getting soaking wet.
And it eats him up a bit.
Hey, I know everybody was on their toes right there from the pitcher to the defensive side. Leadoff hitters are known for this. Find ways to beat the ball into the ground and beat it out and get on base. Now they have to keep him in check. Let's see if they hold the runner close.
Nick Castellanos now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Lifetime numbers against Joe Musgrove. He's 0 for 7. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. Nobody out, runner on first. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball, 1-1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
You know, this is one of the guys behind the dish, Freddie Ferguson, Dan, that the rookies are going to have a tough time with. If you've played in the league for a little bit, you understand that he's got his own zone.
You touched on it, D-Roy. I think he rewards the veteran players, not only pitchers, but position players. He makes the younger players, he makes them earn their keep.
Swing and a miss, and the count goes full 3-2.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
Sinker misses, ball 4.
Huge innings have begun with much less, I can tell you that. First and second, no out, and the guy on the bump really needs a strikeout or a double play right here.
Now in the box, Eugenio Suarez. First shot for him here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago. He's set, and the pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Little traffic on the base paths right here, but 1 pitch away from getting a double play and getting right back into control.
First and second here with nobody out. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Here it comes on 0-2. Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
the plate now, Mike Moustakas, as he rips it on the ground to second. The second for one. Relay to Bell, the double play, and that's how the inning ends. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, one man left on. And now the Pirates will take their turn in a scoreless ball game. Luis Castillo is on the mound for the Reds in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this has been a really strange year for this guy. He's pitched much better at home than he has on the road. He struggled on the road almost the entire season up to this point. It'll be interesting to see if he can turn that around in this one here.
At the plate, Kevin Newman. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop, Kevin.
Here it comes.
Newman.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one. And guys, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they've been playing better than .500 baseball of late, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
You know, Matty V, it's not easy to do. Even though this is a mini 2-game set, to win 2 games on the road, D-Row, a lot easier said than done.
Yeah, you walk in here, you take the plane flight in saying if we could work a split 1-1, we'd feel good about getting on the plane and getting out of here. But all bets are off once you win the first one. You want to complete the sweep.
Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
Now the 2-1 pitch.
Outside, that's the ball.
Having a little trouble finding the zone to start the night. It's always deflating to walk the leadoff guy in the game, so we'll see if he can initiate some contact here.
The 3-1 pitch. And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first in a scoreless ball game.
Batting second, the second baseman.
And that will bring in Adam Frazier. Runner at first to start the inning. And Dan, when it comes to pitching in the rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult part, Matt, is the ball gets slippery. It's hard to keep your hands dry. And if you don't have a good feel in that grip, it's hard to control where you're going to throw the ball.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Circle change is cut on and missed. 0-1. Cold strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And hey, a strikeout always works too.
So now to the plate, Brian Reynolds. He swings and misses, throw down. Is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base.
We all know this team is struggling right now. They're on a losing streak, so when that's the case, sometimes you need to be a little bit more aggressive and try to put some pressure on your opponents. Stolen bases are a good way of doing that, so we'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for him right now.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Clearly staying away from him in this at-bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw on to first. 2 gone.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, Josh Bell.
So that'll bring up Josh Bell. Comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. First delivery to him on the way.
Whoa, that's down.
With the runner on third, 2 outs, base open, and a good hitter at the plate, you have to be smart and not give in. If you walk this guy, so what? It's a lot worse if you give him a ball that he can hurt you on.
Here's the 1-0.
Whoa, that's kicked out.
Now 2-0 with a great hitter up, a runner on third and 2 outs. This is not the spot where you want to be challenging a hitter like this. This is where you have to pitch very careful.
It's 2 balls and a strike to Josh Bell.
Gutsy pitch right there. 2-0 changeup for a strike. Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
Here's the 2-1. Slapped hard the opposite way. Winker is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Pirates leave 1. We are still scoreless. Second inning coming up, and Heidi Watney has an update for us on the weather forecast.
Well, Matt, unfortunately, the rain that we're experiencing now is not expected to go away, and it's likely going to get worse. However, the umpiring crew has told me they believe the game will get in, although a delay sounds like a likely possibility.
Yeah, Heidi, and the least appreciated people in the ballpark, the grounds crew, will have some newfound fans if they can keep the playing surface playable throughout, given the conditions.
I think it is, though, Matt. You got to stay focused as a player. There could be a couple stops in this one. The tarp might get pulled. You just have to keep your focus, stay dry, and stay ready.
No balls and a strike to count. Now the 0-1.
Whoa, that pitch is out.
And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. Below the zone, a swing and a miss.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
Won't commit on the slider. Good patience, and it's full 3-2.
He walked a guy back in the first, and now he's looking like he might hand out another free pass to the leadoff guy here. You can't be walking a guy an inning and think you're going to have any success.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout.
Batting 6.
At the plate, Jesse Winker. First chance for him here after appearing as a pinch hitter in the game last night. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
Ball in.
No score here as we play inning number 2. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters' counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
And there's the first strike, 2-1.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
The 2-1. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. And this is going to find its way into left for a 1-out knock.
Pitcher executed his pitch. Good sinker down and in. Got the hitter to beat it into the ground. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about it as a pitcher.
Into the box, Nick Senzel. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He'll start play with that average down in the low 230s. 4 home runs, 13 RBIs. Now the 1-0. Winker stands at first with 1 out. Now a swing and a fly ball. On the move is Polanco. And no one will track it down. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective, Kurt?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter. You think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. Drilled to the left side. And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit.
Well, that's not a bad pitch right there. That's a pretty good sinker. He just happens to hook that one right into left field for a base hit.
Yeah, he got the bat head out right there, Dan, and was able to get that one to left field.
Into the box now, Luis Castillo, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 2's all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. The 0-1 offering. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help himself, and nothing's a bigger backbreaker to a team than watching the pitcher drive in a run.
Curveball locks him up, strike 3, and that's the 3rd out. Reds strand a couple. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd, no score. Now batting, number 19, and he's looking to snap out of what's been a rather dry spell at the plate.
Alex Morgan.
First pitch on its way. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. And it's 2-0 now to Colin Moran. Three and 0 now. Castillo has become known as a starting pitcher that frequently works deep into games. The kind of guy you want on the staff when your team needs some rest because he tends to eat up innings all by himself. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the 2nd.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
Coming to the plate now, Gregory Polanco. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. As a look, now the pitch.
Oh, that's out.
The 1-0.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
The 1-1 home is a changeup that's looked at for a ball.
Boy, not exactly what you'd like as a pitcher. One of the keys is to minimize your pitches, attack the strike zone early, a lot of deep counts, and working himself into a lot of trouble.
A runner at first with no outs here. Three balls and a strike to Gregory Polanco.
Got to find a way to get back in the zone. I know you're in danger of losing both to walks, but certainly don't miss over the heart of the plate and have this guy gap one, or even worse, hit a two-run homer.
The 3-1. And boy, that misses as well. It's back-to-back walks to start out the inning.
And this is the kind of thing that's been happening to him all season long. He'll cruise for a while, hitting his spots, and all of a sudden, the wheels come off and he struggles. We'll see if he can recover here.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Jacob Stallings is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
The 0-1 on its way. Circle change and a beauty. It's 0-2. Bouncer up the middle. Senzel's got it. One there. On to first, and they get the double play.
Batting eighth.
Oh, that's a rally killer right there. They were in great shape with two on and nobody out. But the double play is the last thing you want in that situation. Just a runner at third now, but there's two outs.
Here's Gerard Dyson. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only one score. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hit on the ground to short. Galvis is there. Throw in time, and the side is retired. A couple of walks, but no damage. Two complete. Still scoreless here on the show. So coming to the plate, number 4, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. The windup and the 0-1. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
1-2.
And now pitch on the way. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second with a punch out, one away.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Fouled off. Oh, and 2, here it comes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
Third inning, no score to this point. And a swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
At the plate, Eugenio Suarez. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Hit sharply on the ground, and that's through for a hit. So the 2-out base hit and the top of the inning is still alive.
Man, this guy's really starting to swing the stick again, D-Roll. That extends his hitting streak to 9 games.
Yeah, he's leaking into 3 series right here now. 9 games, that's getting firm. He's seeing the ball well, and he's making the proper adjustments at the plate.
1 ball, no strikes to count. That evens it up 1-1. A runner on first with 2 away. Breaking ball snaps in there for a called strike 2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Reds leave 1. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score.
We're back now as the Pirates line up readies for their 3rd turn with the bats, and unfortunately for them, this club has had their issues on offense. Coming into this one, they find themselves last in the league in runs scored, and a big part of that has to do with their lack of home run production, a category where they also rank dead last. In talking to a member of the front office, he acknowledged how important home runs are to scoring runs in today's sport, and that they simply haven't done a good enough job of getting the power bats they need in place. He went on to say, it's probably the number 1 problem we have to address going forward.
Go.
All right, thanks, Heidi.
Go.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
That's
A ball and no strikes. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Pirates pitcher at the plate with a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Stepping in now, Kevin Newman. As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. Newman is really a well-balanced hitter. That doesn't seem to matter whether he's facing a right-hander or a lefty. He makes a lot of loud contact either way, which is quite rare in today's game.
Yeah, you can tell this guy really pays attention, puts time in the cage, studies the video, seems to always have a game plan, and is not off balance too much.
And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
That has to make you feel really good as a pitcher, right? You're making pitches all around the zone, and then you bring that one inside. You can't do anything with it. What does it do? It just locks you up inside. You have no chance to put the ball in play.
So here's Adam Frazier. As he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. The 1-0.
Ball, that's low.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. The 2-2. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. The three of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring up the switch-hitting shortstop, Freddie Galvis.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
Changed up on him as this is grounded to second. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Up next for Cincinnati, the left fielder, Jesse Winker.
Striding in once again, Jesse Winker, a base hit in his first trip. The pitch.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. In tight with the slider, 2-2.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Liner into right center. That's a base hit.
The batter, number 50, second baseman, Nick Senzel.
To the plate now, Nick Senzel. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here's the 0-1 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Dyson's there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, catcher, Kurt Casale.
Stepping into the box, Kurt Casale, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. From the stretch. I tried to hold back on that pitch outside, but went around for strike 1. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. The 1-1 home. Chopper right side of the infield. Bell scoops it up, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1 left for Cincinnati. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. A Next for the Buccos, Brian Reynolds. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Here comes the first pitch. Circle change, too low, ball one. Reynolds comes in at 6'3" tall and bats from both sides of the plate. He was taken in the second round back in the 2016 first-year player draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
The 2-0. A swing and a miss, strike one.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
A 3-1 count to the left fielder of the Bucks.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Galvis towards second. He's got it. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
The first baseman, number 55, Josh Bell.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Josh Bell. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
It's very difficult being a switch hitter, and very rarely do you see the same hitter from both sides of the plate. He's a far superior hitter from the left side as opposed to the right side.
No balls and one strike. A count of 1-1 to the Pirates' first baseman. Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1. No runs, no hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with one strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Going back is the center fielder, and this one is gone, a home run. Solo home run here off the bat of Josh Bell, number 10 for him on the year, and the Pirates are staked to a 1-0 lead.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number one, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
In now, Colin Moran.
Third baseman, Colin.
As he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball one. He'll enter play with a good chance to get over 300. He's at 298. 2 home runs and 21 driven in. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Fastball called strike, 1-2.
They teach pitchers to keep the ball down, but if you can locate upstairs like that, it really gives you the ability to mess with the eye level of the batter.
And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
That was a good job tying him up inside on that strikeout pitch. It wasn't even in the strike zone, but with the hitter protecting with 2 strikes, that's the kind of pitch you can get him to offer at, and he's probably not going to do much with it when he does make contact.
Here's Gregory Polanco, as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. Reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk, coming right after him here.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Here's a fastball now that's hit softly down the line to third. And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. And now it'll kick around in the corner. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Jacob Stallings will be the next hitter, as he will take a look at strike one on a fastball right down the pipe. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. The 0-1. Down and away, ball 1.
1-1.
1 run, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. One and two. Here it is. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Two and two. Here it is.
You got a full count. 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. And he rolls over this one foul. We'll do it once more. 3-2. Ready with the payoff pitch. Fouled away. And he struck him out, so he was forced to make 9 pitches that at-bat, but he'll take it as the inning is over. But the Pirates are on the board first thanks to this home run. We played 4. It's now 1-0 Pittsburgh. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I had a chance to talk about the state of the Reds offense with their manager between innings, and he really emphasized that they're not doing a very good job capitalizing on run-scoring opportunities. He said it's tough to be successful when you can't find ways to get guys home, and while that's frustrating for everyone down here, he said sometimes you just have to move on. Move on to getting the job done next time. He also said they may try to focus on manufacturing more opportunities in traditional ways as opposed to sitting back and swinging, hoping that someone will come through with a big hit.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. First pitch coming. Here it is. In there, and it's 0-1. And some action now in the Pirates bullpen. They've got a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. Oh and 1, here it comes. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0 and 2. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you see there, he finds himself in 6th place in the category in the National League. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, number 4, a hit in 2 tries so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Good pitch on the black. That was the sinker for a strike.
Yeah, you take a look at that two-seamer right there, sinker. It had nasty downward plane on that ball. That thing must have gone down at least 6 inches.
Here comes the 0-1. And that misses 1-1.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
Grounded up the first baseline. Bell picks it up, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
The right fielder, number 2, Nick Castellanos.
Settling in now, Nicholas Castellanos. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Count is even, 1-1 to Nicholas Castellanos. A ball and 2 strikes now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a swing and a fly ball. And it's a foul ball. The 1-2. Grounded back up the middle. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
Yeah, he's got the outs when he's needed them and seems to be really comfortable pitching from the stretch. Hard to keep that up over several innings, though.
Digging in to try it again, Eugenio Suarez. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Laid off, but a called strike as that caught the outside.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. 0-2, here it is. A bouncer up the middle, scooped up on to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Reds leave 1. They still trail 1-0. Bottom of the inning now, and into bat next, the speedy Gerard Dyson.
The center fielder, Gerard Dyson.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Tried to golf at it, but he missed strike 1. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Well, you know you've got it working on the mound when they're swinging right through it, even when you're putting it right down the middle of the strike zone. Not the greatest of game plans, though.
Swing and a liner. But quick reactions at the hot corner take away a hit, and there's 1 gone.
Now batting, the pitcher, Joe Musgrove.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and that'll bring up the San Diego area native pitcher Joe Musgrove. First pitch of the at-bat. There's a changeup taken, but it finds the zone on the inside. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
1 out, nobody on. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the 2nd time here tonight.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Standing in now, Kevin Newman. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1. And here's a ball hit in the air, but this will land untouched. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ballgame, and that one ends the inning. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. The 3 of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and next the dangerous power threat, Mike Moustakas. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Swing, and Moustakas sends a drive to right. This ball's got some carry. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo shot that time for Mike Moustakas, number 197 in his career, and with it the Reds have tied the ball game at 1.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Now here's the Pirates manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. Won't get a decision in this one, but except for a few mistakes, he pitched pretty well here this evening. Number 31 enters from the bullpen to do the pitching.
Number 31.
So now to the plate, Freddie Galvis, as he comes up empty on a pitch right down the middle for strike 1. No hits to this point. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. On a line, that's a base hit. This will kick up against the wall now. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. At the plate, Jesse Winker, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Comes set, and the 0-1. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Well, His job right there at the plate is to move that runner over to third by getting the ball to the right side. On the mound, though, they're working him away, so he doesn't have a good pitch to do that with.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Reynolds is under it to make the play on the first out. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
50, second baseman, Nick Senzel.
Runner at second, one away, and that'll bring up Nick Senzel. First pitch on its way. Drilled down the line. But facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Senzel brings a batting line of barely over 200, so there's certainly some room for improvement there.
Yeah, Matty, he's well aware of it. Runners in scoring position, that's where you need to be on your game. He's just expanded the zone entirely too much in these situations.
And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Now at the plate, Kirk Casale. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. He's set. Here it comes. A ball and no strikes. The set and the 1-0. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd foul. 2 out here and a runner at second. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. But the Reds are able to square things up on this solo home run. Through 5 1/2, all even at 1 apiece. Bottom of the 6th inning on its way, but first, here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, I talked with Pittsburgh's manager during the inning break about the Pirates' offensive production to this point. And one thing he stressed to me was the need for them to have better at-bats when they've got runners on base. They've had their opportunities with runners in scoring position, but still have 0 hits to show for it in those situations. He said repeatedly not coming through with the big hit can wear on you as a team, but in this sport, you have to dwell on the positives. He's confident they'll find a way to break through sooner or later.
For the Pirates,
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
the second baseman, Adam.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. And he lays off for ball 1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. And it's fouled away. Two and 2 to Adam Frazier. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Now the payoff pitch home. To right field and deep. Look at this thing go. And that one is gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 9 on the year, and it gives the Pirates a 2-1 lead.
There's still some game left to be played, but that one swing could end up being a deciding factor in this one.
Into the box, Brian
Number
Reynolds.
10, Brian.
Strike one to start the at-bat. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Here it comes.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Popped him up. Suarez in foul ground. 1 down.
The first baseman, number 55, Josh Bell.
Josh Bell the next to hit. He's coming off a solo homer in his previous trip.
Boy, this guy right here in that last AB, how about straightaway center field? He hits a bomb, and as a pitcher, you're trying to pitch to the big part of the ballpark, but a guy like this, if he has pop to hit it out to center field, I might have to think pitching this guy down and away down on the corner.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he fouls this one off. The 1-1 home. This one smoked the other way, high and deep to left. Racing back the left fielder. A leap at the wall, but he can't bring this one back. It's a home run. A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, and it's given the Pirates a 3-1 lead. We've now seen 4 homers combined between these two clubs today. What are your thoughts, guys?
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, you know what, D-Row? This is a pretty good pitcher's ballpark, BNC, in Pittsburgh.
What an impressive hitting performance by that lineup. This park, it definitely caters to the left-handed hitter. With that wall in right field, you feel like you can book one into the Allegheny. Not the same for a right-handed hitter. Big left center gap, and center field plays deep.
First offering on its way. And this is off the corner and low, ball 1. And a fastball runs a bit inside. He's down 2-0. Good pitch there on the inside, Black called the strike. Rolled slowly down the first baseline. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2.
After fouling off the second one, I got to step out of the box, adjust my batting gloves, and tell myself there's no chance he's tripling up on that pitch.
Pulled toward right center field. Center fielder giving chase. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Up next for the Pirates, the right fielder, Gregory Polanco.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Gregory Polanco. First delivery to him on the way.
Ball 1.
Low for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. One and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, count.
he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. 7th inning coming up. It's the Pirates 3 and the Reds 1. Yexel Rios is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 38.
Joey Votto is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7.
Votto.
And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1. He'll start this one at 274. 13 home runs and 36 RBIs. Now the 0-1.
Ball.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Into the corner and slicing foul. Two and two. Three and two now.
Yeah, well, down 2. You better believe they gladly take a leadoff walk right here. Anything to get a base runner on and get that tying run to the plate.
And a good take there as they'll have a leadoff man aboard to start the 7th. It's ball 4.
Man, that's a tough one to swallow. You're hanging on to a slim lead, and the last thing you want to do is give up a leadoff walk. Seems like those are the ones that always come back to haunt you, so we'll see if that's the case here.
Digging in, number 4. And, Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
First pitch coming, here it is. We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. 1-1 to the Reds leadoff man. Now the 1-1 pitch.
That's ball 2.
Man, that's one of those. How could you not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
The 2-1 home. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? There's one, but he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out.
Now that was kind of a high degree of difficulty play that time. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and he couldn't get a lot on it, but they did get the out.
So a runner at first now with 1 away, and the right-handed hitting Nicholas Castellanos will bat next. From the stretch. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1.
Right guy, right spot. This is one of the better hitters in their lineup. Just the guy they want to see coming up now to get this inning going.
Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
That'll find its way out of play. Still going to have a good hitter's count. 2-1 now. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Now a throw over, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. again, another foul ball. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Throw over to the bag. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with 1 away.
Well, when you go with a slider there in a full count, you're hoping that the hitter is thinking fastball and swings through it. Didn't work out that way, though. He lays off and gets the free pass.
Michael Feliz takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are 2 on with only 1 away.
Michael Feliz.
Eugenio Suarez will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 1 gone. From the stretch.
The Reds have been searching for that big hit all game long. Let's hope they can get it. They're starting to run out of time. It's about time for something to happen.
And this one's in the dirt. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. The 1-1 is a fastball down below the knees.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
The 2-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Don't let him score!
The 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
You can't go after that pitch with less than 2 strikes on you. There's no way you're going to do any damage with a ball executed down and away in the zone.
And he misses ball 4, so he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Mike Moustakas. And guys, this is clearly one of the bigger at-bats of the ballgame so far.
Yeah, Matt, bases loaded. They're looking to finally get that clutch hit that's kind of been elusive all day. They've had some hits, but they just haven't hit when it mattered.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
1-0. Ball inside.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. In there, 2-2.
One of the most frustrating things for me to watch in this game is guys getting count leverage and not pull the trigger on a fastball middle in. That's why you play, to get in those situations where you can try and do damage. What do you want, the nasty slider?
The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at their deficit. It's now a 3-2 contest.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. 2-strike RBI base hit. The ball wasn't hit very hard, Dero, but from a hitter's perspective, you'll take it any way you can get it.
Yeah, in today's day and age where everyone's looking to go deep and can go deep, not many guys have a legitimate 2-strike approach. This is one of those players, and that's exactly what he did. Shortened his stroke a little bit, didn't try and do too much, and came through for the team.
Freddie Galvis is at the plate now as he looks at strike one. Lifted down the line in left. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball.
Obviously a huge situation in the game here, but at the plate he's got to keep it simple. He can't try to do too much just because the bases are juiced. At the very least, just find a way to get that tying run home from third.
They get the force at the plate.
Now back.
So they did what they needed to do to preserve the lead as they cut down the possible tying run at the plate.
Your attention, please.
So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen.
Robbie Erlin.
Jesse Winker will be the first one to greet him, and he'll bat in a big spot here. Bases loaded and 2 out in the inning. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Up and in there with the first pitch fastball. It's ball 1. The 1-0. Good zip on that one as he just throws it by him for strike 1. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Polanco has a read on it. He's got it to end the inning as they'll strand the tying run in scoring position.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. Pirates on top, 3-2. Matt Bowman gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Last half of the 7th here, and next to hit is the catcher, Jacob Stallings.
Jacob Stallings.
And now a pitch on the way. Here's a fastball that's wrapped out to left center, and this is going to get down for a base hit.
Hey, this is another one of those cases, D-Roll, of not how many, but how many can you score? Lots of traffic.
100%, Dan. It's not about batting average in this league anymore. It's about OPS. It's about driving runs in at the end of the day, and they got to find a way. And they're doing that right now. They got the lead.
To the plate now, Gerard Dyson, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now. Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. Fouled off. The 0-2 once more.
Nope.
Is a fastball taken high for a ball.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Just hung in there on that one. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Bowman has tossed over 30 innings so far this season, and he's worked to exactly a 1.30 whip over those innings, so he's right around the major league average in that regard. Another one sent foul. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate.
Well, what do you do when guys keep fouling pitches off like this? I guess you could back them off the plate by throwing one inside.
Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Fouled away. Another 2-2 offering, and it's fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. And he finally wears him down as he strikes him out after a prolonged battle. That was good stuff.
That was some nice execution on that pitch.
Now
Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
Number 44.
A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate. Runners on first with 1 down. Down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. And this is chopped foul near the plate, and the count will move to 1-2 now. From the belt, the pitch.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1 and 2. The count's now on 2 and 2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Well, the 1-2 pitch didn't go his way, and now a miss there on 2 and 2. You know he doesn't want this at bat to get away from him, so I think we're going to see a challenge pitch on a full count.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. And he lays off ball 4, so he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
I know one thing, he earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
So the Pirates' batting order turns over and set to go. Kevin Newman 0 for 2 for him to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
The count 1-1.
First and second now, 1 man out. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
Over at the knees, and that's the second strike.
2 strikes.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him.
Now
That's
back.
3 times he's gone down on strikes in this one. So they've really figured out how to attack this guy.
Pedro Strop trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away.
Pedro Strop.
Stepping in now, Adam Frazier, as he'll look at a slider that runs in too far for ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch.
Let's go one more time, baby.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
He's set. The payoff pitch lifted the other way down the left field line. But this will land foul just shy of the wall. Out of the stretch, the 3-2 home. And he popped him up. Senzel ranging into shallow right. He can't get there as it falls in. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
The left fielder.
Boy, this guy's been swinging a hot stick lately, and there's just another example. And even when he doesn't hit one on the barrel, he still manages another base hit.
Yeah, don't overthink it. When you're flowing like he is right now, he's hot as a pistol. Everything's falling.
Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
Lifted in the air to right field. Right fielder giving chase. He's got it, and they get out of the jam unscathed. Pirates leave them loaded, but they still lead it 3-2. Kyle Crick is going to come on in relief as he'll be making his 20th appearance of the season. Ready to begin the 8th, and that means Nick Senzel will dig in at the plate.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Here's a cold strike about thigh high, 0-1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Pitch on the way. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside.
Down by a run, your guy needs to get on any way he can. His mentality has to be to shrink this strike zone to like the size of a soup can. No reason to swing at a pitcher's pitch.
Set. Here's the 3-1. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
That is not the way he wanted to start off this half inning. It's one thing to walk the leadoff hitter, but it's even more painful when the leadoff hitter is an absolute burner and he can really wreak some havoc on the bases.
So digging in now, Kurt Casale. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. He's set and the pitch.
1-0.
Hey, even though this guy's a righty hitter, he's going to get pounded with that two-seamer. He needs to make sure he catches this thing out front if he sees that pitch again.
1-0 pitch on the way. 2-0 now.
You thank your lucky stars when you get a chance to hit behind a guy with as much speed as he has on first base. The entire defense is on guard, and you know probably there's a fastball coming.
Now the 2-0.
Ball 3. They got 3-0.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and they'll come all the way back from 3-0 to punch him out. 1 away.
Really important time for a strikeout there, guys. Tying run at first, so objective number 1 is straining him on base. And now with 1 out, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that run.
Tucker Barnhart will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Tucker Barnhart.
First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. He'll enter play with that batting average, still shy of the 220 mark. 3 homers, 10 RBIs. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. One out, 1 on in a 1-run game. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Reynolds will have plenty of room as he makes the catch, and there's a big out, number 2.
Now batting, number 4.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go number 4. He's 1 for 4 for the game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Two out with the man at first. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Quick check on that time run at first. And a dive, but he's back in. 1-1. Hit on the ground to third. There's Frazier at second for the out, and the inning is over. So no runs here on no hits, no errors, and one man left on. Home half of the eighth, straight ahead. It's the Pirates 3 and the Reds 2. Lucas Sims goes on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth.
Number 39, Lucas Sims.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And digging into bat next, the big bat of Josh Bell.
Josh Bell.
First offering on its way. Down and in here, 1 ball, no strikes. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Two-0 count, the pitch. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Now the 2-1 pitch is taken, ball 3. Colin Moran is on deck. Chopped in front of home plate. And there's one down now.
Now batting, the third baseman, Colin Moran.
Ready now, Colin Moran. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. First pitch coming, here it is. In there, strike 1. And now a right-hander's begun to loosen up in the Cincinnati bullpen. One out, nobody on. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. 1-2 now as this catches the outer half. Now the pitch. High and deep to right center. A ball that's carrying. But he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And he'll reach second now with one away.
When you're leading by 1 run, you want to do everything you can to add to the lead and give your bullpen a little breathing room. It makes a big difference. So double here goes a long way towards making that a real possibility.
Runner at second, one away, and the left-handed hitting outfielder Gregory Polanco bats next. Here's the first pitch to him.
1-0.
Now the 1-0. Right side. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single.
The catcher, Jacob Stallings.
Standing in now, Jacob Stallings. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Count, here it is.
Whoa, that's down.
Somebody's getting frustrated. He's not used to getting hit around like this.
Runners are at first and third, one away. 2-1 after the foul ball there. Sent on the ground out to second. Galvis on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. The three of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Keone Kela comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth.
Pitching and batting in the 7th spot, number 35, Keone Kela. Now catching and batting 9.
Standing in, Nicholas Castellanos, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First pitch of the at-bat. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Polanco has a read on it. He's got it 1 away.
The third baseman, number 7, Eugenio.
Ready once again, Eugenio Suarez. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Oh, that's too high.
1-run game here in the top of the 9th. And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
And now a called strike that time as the zone expands a bit here. It's 2-1 now. Pitch on the way. And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he set down on strikes for the 2nd time here tonight.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
So now to the plate, Mike Moustakas, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Now this crowd of just over 21,000 are on their feet. Swung on, and this ball is hammered. Forget about it. That one is out of here. This game is tied. Solo shot to right center, and we are tied again.
The batter, number 3.
At the plate now, Freddie Galvis, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. 0-1 offering.
Yeah. The count is 1-2.
Man, the pitcher let the guy off easy right there. That 0-2 pitch wasn't even close. I'd rate that as a non-competitive pitch.
1-2. Here it is. Still 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he strikes him out on a good pitch, so 1 run can win it as we head to the bottom of the inning. But the Reds are able to square things up on this solo home run. Home half of the ninth is straight ahead. We're tied now with 3 apiece. Jose Osuna is up off the bench to lead it off as the possible winning run here in the bottom of inning number 9.
Osuna.
And a layoff fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. The 1-0 home.
That pitch looked like it could have been a little high, but he's been calling that pitch all night. Kind of rough for a pinch hitter, but I'm sure his teammates let him know that's where the zone has been.
1-2 now as this catches the outer half. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball as it holds at 2-2. And another foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. Popped up, and this gets on him quickly here and deflects off him. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
I know he didn't smoke that one from the offensive standpoint, but you know what? A knock's a knock, especially to lead off an inning, game tied, and it's getting late. That could prove to be pivotal.
Now time is called, and a very wise decision here with the potential winning run at first. They'll opt to put a little extra speed on the base path. Here's the catcher, Luke Maile. As he'll try and hold off the swing, but this one's in there for strike 1. The winning run is at first base. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
Hey, you know in the back of your mind as a batter right here, he's got that nasty sinker. I know it's 0-2, but he might not be looking for the punch out. You have to find a way as a batter to get that two-seamer up in the zone, or you're going to ground into a double play.
Now a slider well off the plate, an easy take there.
For the Pirates, number 3, Joel Tucker.
Now the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a liner, but foul. Fouled off. Possible winning run aboard here, nobody out. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count to the Pirates catcher.
One thing to take note of is how these last two batters have really driven up his pitch count. He's had to use 14 pitches already on them, and he's not even through this guy yet. 14 is near the top end of what you want to throw in a complete inning.
Let it go!
Here's the 2-2 pitch.
Wicked!
You can certainly tell at-bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher. But you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Line drive to center field. Number 4 is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions
Now
aren't
batter.
ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
Stepping in, Kevin Newman. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. Before the pitch, a check on that winning run at first. And he just manages to get his hand in. Here's the first pitch. And look out as that fastball ran in and got him. Ouch, bang.
Well, as a leadoff man, the team looks for you to get on base any way you can. This isn't the preferred route, at least for him, but hey, they'll take it.
So a big moment in the ball game here. Adam Frazier, as he'll look to get the ball into the outfield and bring home what would be the winning run from second base. Here's the first pitch. This is chopped down the third baseline, but this is foul for the first strike. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the third time.
Big strikeout for the second out there, but he's not out of it yet. We'll see if he can feed off that K, wiggle out the jam, and keep this game tied.
Redo.
At the plate, Ryan Reynolds. He'll swing and lift a ball fouled off to the left and out of play. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. Curveball close, but it's 1-1. Possible winning runs at second with 2 down, however. Lifted down the line in left, and that will end up a foul ball.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
1-2. Here it is. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
Number 3 hole hitter up right now. Cleanup guy on deck. 2 ball, 2 strike count. I think pitcher wants to make something happen right here.
Possible winning runs at second with 2 down, however. This is hit the other way out toward left field. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So they can't get that winning run home, and that means we'll have to go a little longer tonight to find a winner. 9 can't decide a winner. We'll move ahead to the 10th, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Guillermo Heredia is into the ball game now as he assumes duties in center field.
Now playing center field, number 5. Guillermo.
Digging in, Jesse Winker. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point.
Leading off for the Reds, the left fielder, number 33.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Wow, was he behind that fastball? Great job on the mound using the curveball to set up the heater.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
2-2 the count. And now pitch on the way. Nick Senzel is on deck. Now here it comes.
Come on, Pirates, you can do it.
Bouncer to the left side. He's got it. And the throw on to first will take care of him. So he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. One away.
50, second baseman, Nick Senzel.
Digging in now, Nick Senzel. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. No offer at that one. It's a cold strike. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. Polanco has a read on it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting, catcher, Kurt Casale.
Now at the plate, Kurt Casale. He went down on strikes last time up. He's set. Here it comes.
Great pitch right there. That is a huge breaking ball. Not shocked he took it. Got to calibrate that one for a second.
2 out, nobody on. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Newman fields it cleanly. Throw on the bell at first, and the side is retired. Reds are down in order. Score remains tied at 3-3. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Michael Lorenzen comes on to start the home 10th, and he's just hoping to get this one into the 11th inning.
Now pitching and batting in the 8th spot, number 21.
Josh Bell will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, we take you back to inning number 6. This was his second home run of the ball game as he'll stand in here looking for number 3.
Shot my 3, who's keeping score? 2 ain't anymore. 1 mile till we make it home.
First pitch on its way. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1. To short. Galvis has it. And there's one away.
Now batting, third baseman, Colin Moran.
So striding in, Colin Moran. He doubled his last time through. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A ball and no strikes. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Here comes the 1-0. A ball and a strike.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
1 out, nobody on. And here's a fastball, not close as he runs it to 2-1 now. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd out.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen in these days, but it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in and blow smoke right by guys.
Into the box now, Gregory Polanco. As he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. And this is fouled at the plate. Oh, 0-2 count, the pitch. Fouled away. Here's the 0-2.
That's a ball.
That's great recognition right there on the part of the hitter. Not many guys lay off that one. That was a classic strikeout pitch. The 0-2, good changeup with some depth.
And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least one more. Down in order go the Pirates. No change in the score. It's 3-3. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Richard Rodriguez takes the mound to start the 11th inning.
Now pitching and batting in the 5th spot, number 48, Richard Rodriguez. Now playing third base and batting 7th.
11th inning set to get underway, and now it'll be the catcher, Kyle Farmer. First pitch of the at-bat.
Nope. Counts 1-0.
The 1-0 home is taken for ball 2. Swing and a miss on the heater, and it's 2-1. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Reds catcher. Fastball called strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Wow, we've seen some really impressive pitching in this one. You could say these lineups have been anemic, but I always like to give credit to pitching and defense, and they've been fantastic all game long.
To the plate now, number 4. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. And looking to improve on a 1-for-5 effort so far. Red center fielder in front with a 2-0 count. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. And he gets this one over at the knees for the first strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider right there for a strike. No shame in tipping your hat.
Hit out towards second. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Standing in now, Nicholas Castellanos. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. There's one away. The runner at first represents the potential go-ahead score. Double play is in order, however. And there he goes towards second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
So now to the plate, Eugenio Suarez. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. 0-2, the count to Suarez.
Just don't understand the game plan right here. Walking up to home plate, you had to think you could potentially be pitched around. But now you find yourself down 0-2, and it's a battle.
0-2, here it is. And he strikes him out here for out number 3, so after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. It's getting late. 1 run can win it as we move to the bottom of the 11th. And we are all tied at 3 apiece. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and set to go as the third baseman, Eric Gonzalez. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
A great case of a manager sticking up for his pitcher right there and giving that umpire an earful. He didn't get that pitch called the way he wanted it to, but the manager's planting a seed in that umpire's mind to try to expand the strike zone so some of those borderline pitches start to go his pitcher's way.
And the 2-1. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
Well, that's ball 3, and the Pirates right now would do anything to get that leadoff guy on. They would welcome a walk.
3-2 now. Now the payoff pitch home. And possibly an interesting development here. It's a leadoff walk to begin the frame in extra innings.
Man, when the game is tied, the last thing you can afford to do is walk the leadoff hitter. Got to focus on getting that ground ball now.
Got to bring in Guillermo Heredia now. Here's the first pitch. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Possible winning run aboard here, nobody out. And it's quickly 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. And a cut fastball, but this bounces near the plate for a ball. Now a cutter, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Count remains 2-2. Popped him up. Galvis shading to his right. He's got it one away.
Up next for Pittsburgh, the catcher, Luke Maile.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Luke Maile hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
Here's the first pitch. Hit sharply toward the right side. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Now batting, shortstop, Kevin.
Striding in, Kevin Newman. He's gone hitless to this point.
Not a great game up to this point, but none of that would matter if he could come through right here. A chance to be the hero.
Here's the first pitch.
With some traffic on the base paths, nice job by the pitcher to execute strike one.
The 0-1 to first. Galvis. But they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first. And they've come back to win it here in 11 innings.
Well, the way things unfolded, you kind of had a sense that this thing was going to end in dramatic fashion, and that's exactly what happened. A walk-off for the win? Wow.
Close game like this, you look for that one guy who produced when it mattered most, and this is the guy. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a multi-hit game, and more importantly, they were big hits. He was a key contributor to the outcome of this one.
And it's a 4-3 finish in this evening's ball game. Richard Rodriguez earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Here now is our final line score tonight. For the victorious Pirates, 4 runs on 10 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base. For the Reds, 3 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They left 13 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 2 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.